All right, let's get to it. Let's see. Okay, right. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So let's see. Okay, and see if you guys can annotate. Just make sure
No, it's not on.
it's not on. Okay, how do I actually? Let's see. Is it in the settings?
Yeah, you go in the meeting settings.
Okay, hold on. We could check there.
Are you guys also in the cryptocurrencies and the crypto market? Like, there's new things coming around that is called metaverse. Oh,
Me.
what do you guys think about that?
Well, I don't actually trade crypto or anything, but probably we can ask see if Hakim is around, because I only basically I trade more on pairs compared to gold and other commodities, and I trade some stock, but not US stocks, just Malaysia stock, if you can see here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take a look at the annotate in a bit, but let's focus on this one first. Okay, so let's go ahead to GPY. So guys, basically what Hakim told yesterday, right, is to actually look on bigger time frame. Okay, so if we look here, so this is just how I trade. I use MA1 just to actually see the just to see the closing candle and also the candlestick, just to identify the zones. But if you really just trade on line chart, you can just use line chart. But because this is how I trade my trading style, I'm going to use this MA1 and candle. Okay. Okay, so looking at monthly first. Okay, so monthly, what do we see here? So okay, I'm just going to do some back testing first, okay, before we go ahead and you know probably some signals or something like that, but make sure there's confirmation. Okay, so first of all, we take a look at monthly just to identify why it actually dropped there. So if you remember yesterday, do you remember on my Sifu Hafiz, he mentioned to you guys about the criteria of selecting zones? Do you guys remember?
Direction and retracement.
Yes. Okay. So I actually use these things to identify direction, but I don't use trend line that much. I used to, but now more on support and resistance. That's about it. So oops, sorry. So what I use when I identify my direction is basically these two things in at high time frame, which is daily, monthly, and weekly. So I look for first this one. This is a V breakout. V breakout means it's a strong zone. It's a strong zone where we mark like this. But it really depends. If the zones are big, then I'll just mark it like this. Okay, just mark on the breakout, because at the end of the day, what we want to know is what's price doing in here, the direction. This is the breakout, right? So we expect it to retrace at least from here, and this is the direction. So we want to, at the end of the day, we want to know what's the price action doing here, there, and here, there. So that we'll take a look one by one. And also if there's a if it doesn't give a breakout, I would just mark like this, and I'll be focusing on what price is doing here when it comes back. Okay, so for instance, let's say this is, let's stick weekly. Oops, sorry. Okay, so let's say this is a weekly breakout, right? So here we would find a retracement. Okay, so I want you guys to tell me. So that's a weekly rejection there. So what are we expecting here? What is the retracement time frame? Can you tell me?
Daily.
Okay, that's just one of you. What about the rest? One participation, guys. Come on.
I didn't understand the question. Say again.
Okay, so weekly, there's a rejection here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
when it comes, so after a rejection, a breakout, or whatever you call it, right? There will always be a retracement, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now weekly does this rejection. So what time frame do we see for the retracement?
Daily.
Okay,
Daily.
daily. Okay, perfect. So this is going to be daily. Daily, right? So daily here is going to do a breakout like this, something like this. All right. Okay, so once it's come back here, what do we see for the confirmation, for the entry, for the setups?
Breakout.
Yep, but on what time frame?
H4.
H1.
Oh, H1 is
H4.
H4, yeah. Okay, so try to look back on what the time frame sequence, the multi-time frame sequence, the homework that I gave you guys. So I need you to just stand by with that list on that multi-time frame sequence, because we're going to be using more on that right now. Okay.
All right.
Okay, and I'm going to have some quiz, so make sure you guys answer it quickly, just to train your brains to quickly adapt with the time frame sequence. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Okay. So now this is monthly. Okay. So I'm gonna mark this as let's see, yellow color. Okay. So right now let's take a look at here. We would expect a retracement here. Okay. So monthly, weekly. Okay. Okay. And one more thing, guys. I just wanna make you guys to use this. Use this as a habit. So when we take, like, let's say for a breakout, right? Let's say this is just an example. So when it break out like this, I want you guys to start backtesting using vertical lines. Okay, so when it break out, we are expecting a price action. So we use this vertical line. We use this vertical line right here. Do you see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, use the vertical line right after the breakout. The reason being is we want to know the price action. So let's say, so now it's monthly, and if we see weekly, right, we know, okay, so this region is the breakout. The price is saying, okay, I've made a breakout. So we are expecting to see retracement here. Okay, so we don't see any retracement here, right? Everything is downtrend, is low high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and right at here it breaks the trend line. So trend lines, I'm just using it basically for for
Breakout.
direction, yeah, for breakouts. Okay, so if we use the weekly, right, monthly to weekly, we can see there's a breakout here. Okay, do you guys get what I'm saying? The breakout I use on line chart. I don't use candlestick. I used to see candlestick that it used to give me fake out and everything. But if I use line chart, it's more accurate. So do you see the okay, let me just change this. So do you see the breakout here? Okay, so right now on weekly, on weekly for GJ, we know that it's actually there's a breakout, and if we look at daily here above here, I got this signal earlier. I shared with some of my friends when it just dropped 160 pip here. It's that accurate. Okay, so just now is weekly, right? Just now is weekly, right, guys? Weekly breakout.
Yes.
What's the retracement time frame?
Daily.
Daily.
Daily. Okay, daily. We see daily. So daily, does it give any breakout here that you see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So if you ask me, I see the breakout here. Are you guys with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So like I said, use vertical line after the breakout. So this is the breakout, and this is the candle coming back to the zone to give us setups, to give us a retracement. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. We need to be flexible, starting from monthly to weekly, and that when there's a breakout at weekly, we see daily, like how I'm using. This is how we actually use the multi-time frame sequence correctly. Okay, so just now it's weekly, right? So weekly breakout, so we see the retracement at daily. So at daily here, we see there's a breakout. Okay, so daily breakout, what is the retracement time frame we expect to see here?
H4.
H4, okay, H4. Let's see H4. Do we see anything? Okay, so H4, we see there is a breakout actually, but actually daily we would see H1, but this is just for retracement. So retracement, we don't see any breakout. We do, but it's actually here. It's a bit late for us to entry. But if we see H1 here, I just want you guys to get the general idea. If you see H1 here, right, you guys definitely have a setup, and I think you guys should able to grab a position somewhere here. So this is the breakout. This is the retracement earlier, right? H4, and we look for setup. So here it actually does give you an entry. It depends on broker, because I'm using an ECN broker, ECN account. So my entries are actually quite sharp, because for GJ the pips, I think it's less than 1 pip. So yeah, if let's say you don't get the entry here, right, you can wait for next breakout. So this is breakout, pullback, entry. So now we are applying the breakout, pullback, entry. Okay. So guys, are you familiar with the breakout, pullback, entry concept?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just explain while we are doing it. So breakout, pullback, entry. So this is actually a market cycle that we need to follow. Okay, every breakout must have a retracement, and we would entry here right at the zone. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, how do we actually identify this? How do we identify this as a sell zone if it's actually not respecting this buy zone?
Coming with momentum.
Okay. Besides that,
No COB.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No COB.
Okay, but okay, no COB in the zone, right? Okay, so in other words, because COB I don't actually use that much, but I think it's probably the same. So basically, what we want to see, right? So let's say, assuming this is a 1 hour time frame, right? So when it comes back to this zone, instead of doing this pattern, instead of doing breakout like this to respect this zone, it will actually does this breakout instead. It doesn't respect this zone. So that's when we know it doesn't respect this, and it wants to, instead of doing buy, instead of going long, it wants to go short. It wants us to sell instead of buy. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just the breakout pullback entry concept here. Okay, so here, let me get back to here. So if you see here, this is a breakout. So if you calculate with spread and everything, you might get like an entry here. So let's say if you don't get this entry here, right? So this is breakout, pullback, and then pullback, it comes back. It does another breakout here, a really small one in 1 hour. So the reason I choose the 1 hour is, we can use the breakout in 1 hour because this is actually a daily zone. So daily, the confirmation is H1, correct? Try to check the multi-time frame sequence.
Right. Yes.
The setup.
The setup, yes.
H1.
H4 is retracement, and at the same time H1 is for entry. So you guys need to actually play along with the H4 and H1. So what about the international students? Do you guys see the do you see how to actually use the multi-time frame in Abdul Malik?
Oh yeah, I see.
Yep.
Okay, so do you know why I get the entry here? But this is just a back testing because
Okay.
okay, you see, yeah.
No, I actually see a breakout before that because of engulf. Do you consider engulf as a breakout?
Well, here's the thing, because I've been using engulfing before I use a SNR technique. Most of the breakout, most of engulfing, right? Because what I understand, what I experience, and after a lot of back testing, right? What I can say is engulfing is okay, but you have to know what is the breakout, because not all engulfing does a breakout, you see. So that's why I transition from engulfing to SNR, and after I transition from engulfing to SNR, my win rate, it gets better. I would say probably with engulfing, I would get probably like 60 or 70%, but with SNR, I get probably like 80%, something like that. It's more accurate.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you can still use, provided, like, let's say the engulfing. Okay, let's just let's just say if you want to use engulf, right, you can still use engulf, because it's a technique that I use and I've profit with engulfing before, so no biggie, provided it does a breakout like this. Okay, so sorry, this would be a buy candle. Sorry, blue. Okay, blue, red, and blue again. So what we want to actually see, right, because engulfing is just a candlestick pattern, if you ask me, but at the end of the day, we want to trade with the closing price. So if we see here, right, okay, so if you remember yesterday, the OHLC.
Yes.
Okay, so basically engulfing, right, I don't use much of OHLC because that's actually relatively a new thing as well for me. But if you use a candlestick, right, a closing price, the MA1 or line chart, engulfing is actually doing, there will be a bit of curve here if you use engulfing, and this is how the candle close. So if you ask me, this is not a solid breakout. I mean, other engulfing users will still consider this as breakout, and they will still get entries and all. But my goal is actually not to get 20 pips or 30 pips. I aim for daily 2 swing, so I aim for 50 pips and above. That's how I trade, because I find that more relaxed, more focus on my trading. You see. So okay, going back to my point here for engulfing, if you want to use, sure you can, but make sure it does something like this.
All right.
Okay, do you see the significance here? Oi.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason is because we want to make sure the closing price does a breakout. Breakout is really important. Make sure you, every time you see the chart, just identify from the bigger time frame breakout, then you apply the multi-time frame. Okay, so that's for if you guys still use engulfing, because engulfing is actually a really good technique, but just that I don't use it that much. Okay, so getting back to our back testing here. So breakout, pullback, entry. So it does and pull back here, back in the zone. Okay, so if you look here, right, there's a small breakout. So you would probably get entry here. So how I actually use my entry, right? It's actually like this. So assuming, let's say this is my breakout zone, I would trade. I would I would just set my POs. I don't actually use instant unless if there's a coincidence. I open the chart and it's actually in the zone. I would just look for entries. But if let's say if I don't have time because I have other responsibilities, I would just put my entries here. Like if you see here, do you see the candle close here? A and V here. Guys, hello?
Yeah.
Yes. See.
Okay, so my trading idea is I would set my POs here, one, okay, and one more here. And at the same time, I will calculate my risk. So let's say here, I would set my SL around 30 pips max. So if let's say I use 30 pips, right? This is the closing price. It doesn't actually reach your SL. And let's say assuming you put your POs here, so your risk to reward your risk is 30 pips, so it doesn't touch your SL and it actually flies 100 pips. So if you ask me, that's a real good risk and reward ratio, right?
Yeah. 1 to 3.
Yeah, that's right. So okay, so right now let's say if you set a PO down here because you say like, hey, that's it's a bit risky. So what's my next trading idea? You can look for market structure breakout. So if you look here, right? If you look here, this is also a resistance, right? It rejects and breakout. And if you see here, there's like a V and then it break out. This is actually a zone. And then it breaks up instead of respecting this V breakout. Do you see it? Guys, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my idea would be, so I would mark this shadow up here, shadow and closing price. This is when I would use candlestick to identify the shadow.
Okay.
Okay, so assuming you take this closing here, this little one, so it does break out, and at the same time it it pull back there and it flies. So you can probably get the trading idea by setting POs there. And let's see what else. We have a roadblock here, and if you set your POs there as well, you can get an entry there up until here. So that's how I actually I'm also telling you guys how do I actually layer, how do you guys can actually layer safely. Get what I mean?
Do you take a lot of these SBR trades
Yeah, that's right.
or RBS?
Yep, RBS and SBR. I use that a lot, especially after the reversal confirmation.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, do you guys understand what I mean when I say after the reversal confirmation, then only I will use the SBR RBS for layer?
After breakout.
Yeah. What about the rest of the pips in there? You guys okay? You guys follow?
Yep.
Yes.
After the initial setup in that particular zone that we are waiting, and then the rest is SBR or RBS, whatever it is.
Yes, that's right. The one. Okay, so I'm going to show this as well. One more thing, but that will be on later on about TP. Okay, so we get the idea, and we get the idea how to actually get the entry here. But if you remember about our first initial just now, we actually want to know how do we get entries here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier it was a monthly zone. Okay, but this one here I've covered with you how to actually get the entry, right? Here, down here, did I? You guys need to remind me, okay? Because you know when I explain, right, I tend to forget if I miss this part or anything.
No, everything is okay.
Okay.
So I've explained, right? Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure I, explain to you guys in detail how to use and everything. Okay, so I'll delete the daily information. So monthly, this is the, okay, let me just go ahead and delete everything so we don't get confused. Okay, so here, so this is a monthly zone. So I'm this time around, I want you guys to open up your mind on multi-time frame, how to say, when it overlaps from one zone to another. So let's say monthly, and then at the same time there's a weekly zone, we would still use that as well. Get what I mean? Meaning to say, let me just show you. Okay, so right now we mark this as a monthly resistance, correct? Correct. Okay, so go to weekly to see if we find any resistance as well. Okay, so we can see, okay, there's also a weekly resistance here. Okay, right, but in weekly here we see it actually breaks out. So things to note here, okay, because multi-time frame is really hard for you guys to actually grasp in one night. So you really need to backtest a lot and everything. I'm just, here to give you guys the idea and show you some ideas using it. So the reason being why it actually break out and then, goes back down is because this is what Hakim said. We need to look on bigger time frame. So monthly, right? Monthly, it does, it did actually a breakout, if you ask me. It did a small breakout there. But on weekly we can see it already break out. So after a breakout, right, there will always be a retracement. So okay, so right now here if you ask me the breakout, remember how I marked just now, because considering this is a really huge zone here, let's see how much a monthly zone. It's going to be a no-brainer, but oops, let's just measure 560 pips. So that would be crazy if you unless if you're a fighter, you use 0.001 lot, then you would just set your position and wait for next month or something like that. Then that's probably a different idea, but I don't trade like that. But basically we can see there's a really small breakout there. So that is how we mark. You guys get it?
Yep.
Okay, so let's say like you have these two zones, right? If on monthly, then the entry is on daily, and if on a weekly, the entry is on H4. Then which one you would choose?
I would choose the lower time frame because the lower time frame is more or less risk. So assuming this is where I'm going to get to my point. So right now we have a monthly breakout, right? So go to weekly. What do we see? Okay, we see there's another breakout as well. Weekly, monthly, weekly, right?
Okay.
Monthly and weekly overlaps together. So instead of going using the time frame monthly, weekly, and daily as your confirmation, right? Because daily zone is really big, if you ask me. So if we use weekly instead, since there's also a breakout for weekly, you can use H4 for our entry, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get. So I can see John and Yui picking up the pace, but I'm not sure for the rest of the I would say 5 people. Abdul Malik, Ashraf, Khalil, Christian, Pico. Do you guys follow?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Okay, if you guys are not too sure or whatever, just let me know. Just stop me because I want to make sure you guys understand, and because after this we have homework for you guys. Okay, there's going to be I don't know, maybe 50 screenshot for this whole week. Okay, are you guys up for that?
There is a breakout on monthly, and if we look at weekly, there is a breakout as well. So instead of using the monthly, weekly, and setup on daily, so we choose weekly, daily, and for our setup. Instead.
Yes, betul. That's right, man.
That's to lower the risk.
Yes, to lower the risk. The reason for us to use multi-time frame is actually to lower the risk, like how Akim and Sifu Hafiz explained yesterday, right? About the HFT.
But just a minute, right? The breakout is on the buy side, isn't it?
Yes, it's on the buy side.
Okay, so basically, the weekly breakout on buy side, it should be on buy on H4, isn't it? And then okay, let me see if I cannot draw something. Can you allow me to annotate?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Let's see. Let me see the settings. Hold on, yeah. Meeting, is it meeting info? No. Hold on, yeah. I'm trying to look for the settings here.
Okay, let me see if I can find instructions.
Is it PC?
PC.
PC ke atas kali tu kot.
Dekat ni abang, dekat bahagian kan ada macam start video participant semua tu kan?
Huh?
Oh,
atas, ke atas.
Okay, ada tekan yang macam annotate tu kan? Okay, dah tekan.
Allow annotation.
Meeting. Saya tengah cari. Mana?
Dekat annotate tu dia ada tulis allow annotation.
Mana?
Ada option kat atas.
Nampak bang, nampak. Cuma apa tu? Kan ada annotate. Lepas dah tekan annotate tu, dia ada keluar drawing tool semua, tapi I don't find the option to allow share for all tu. Allow everyone to annotate tu semua.
There should be a place like account management, account settings, meeting tab, and then under meeting, the verify annotation is enabled.
Oh, okay. I think I found it. Okay, try. Do it. Can you draw anything?
Yeah, it's okay.
Perfect. Okay. So you were saying?
Okay, so look, basically, this is weekly, this is monthly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're looking for entry is around maybe somewhere here or here
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
on H4
Mm-hmm. That's right.
on these two. So basically, when we're looking for a place to go down, we should go on lower time frame, which is like, okay, it's weekly, so we should look for retracement on daily, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then our entry would be on H1 to short,
Yes, that's right. That's right.
isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I see that because like I said, experienced trader, right, would see this, quite an instant, because that's how multi-time frame. That's how we use multi-time frame actually. So Bang John nampak kan how I use multi-time frame tu semua kan?
Hmm.
Dia kena fleksibel. Bila kat sini ada breakout, kat sini when there's a breakout here, okay, let's try to see what other higher time frame like daily or weekly is giving. Does it give the same breakout? Okay, ada. And then let's see daily, tengok ada tak. Okay, let's see if there's also a daily breakout, so we can probably just lower the risk. And okay, and just a note to you guys, make sure you guys, just to be safe, I used to practice this when I trade early days, but just mark all this breakout that you see. Okay, like breakout, this is a weekly breakout, so we know that overall this is a weekly breakout, just to annotate. And then if we go to daily, right, daily, basically, okay, we can see that the reason I ask you guys to actually mark all the breakouts here, because this all actually serves as a roadblock. Get what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Okay, the reason I ask you guys to also take note and just mark all this, all this resistant breakout here. So let's just okay, adjust that a bit and adjust this a bit, is for you guys to get a quick scalping position or something like that. Because if you pull right through here, right, we can also see there's also a daily breakout, and here also you can see this is, in other words, this is monthly, weekly, and also a daily breakout, right? Okay. So now we know that, okay, this is also a daily breakout, so we'll just wait for it to actually just come down to any of the zone in this yellow zone, because whatever it is, even though it's a daily zone, weekly zone, we still need to actually respect the monthly zone, because whatever it is, it still need to come all the way inside here, make a full dip of the market, of the monthly zone, and give you a breakout. So
But there's one question. There's the most recent breakout right here, right? So does it mean it's gonna go up here first,
Yep,
then before it comes here?
that's right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, since you brought that up, let's just take a look here. Okay, so this is a daily breakout, right? Okay, this one I need you guys to pay full attention. Okay, this is playing with multi-time frame. Okay, so let's take a look at weekly. Okay, weekly we don't see anything. Okay, just stick with this one. And let me just change this to let's see, red color. Okay, so remember how I said earlier how I mark? So this would be for intraday trades. Oops. Sorry. Remember how I told you guys earlier how I mark the zones? So this is actually a shortcut for you guys on how to identify the direction. So it's going to be from daily to daily breakout actually. since you brought this up, so I'm just going to share with you guys. This is how we identify the direction. So right now this is a breakout, daily breakout, and this is also a daily breakout. So price must come back to where it creates the breakout in order to complete the market cycle. So,
and this is what you say, stage 2, stage 3.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, but I'm just going to explain this since you brought it up. But after this, I'm just going to, pay attention to station, because, man, you are picking up so fast. You need to slow down a bit. Okay, right. So the idea is once it right now I can see it already make a dip here. It already respect the zone. So my target for GJ, it will actually just go up to here daily. So daily H4 is the retracement, right? Correct. Okay.
Yes.
H4 retracement, it creates a breakout and it will actually go down, because why I said that. Okay, let's just make the marking back again. So it does a breakout. So when there's a breakout, this is the reversal zone, right? Reversal zone. Okay, so it will, I estimate, I foresee that it's going to just come back here, because it's a RBS, and it will just come back here because this is a monthly and also weekly zone. This is where we would see what is the price action. So since monthly, weekly, daily, right? So the shortcut is when there's a monthly zone here and also a weekly zone, you just wait for daily or H4 to make a breakout like this. Then there's going to be a potential setup, and it's probably going to go down here. But we'll see how it goes. So if we look to weekly, right? It's ugly. So if you see here, let me just put this out. Okay, so if you see here, right? Just now I mark here. This is the monthly zone, right? Just now, right?
Yes.
So weekly breakout versus daily breakout, which one is stronger?
Weekly,
right? So right now, you have to understand the market is actually doing a retracement for it to come back to the weekly. Get it? Get what I mean? So weekly, okay. So weekly zone here, weekly and monthly zone here, both of them are converging inside here. They are, they have the same interest. They want everyone to sell here. So let's see daily. So since it's a monthly and weekly weekly breakout, right? So we can see H4 and also daily if they do any breakout for retracement. That's what they call. If you, I'm not sure you, but from where you are, right? Do you often hear they say makan atas makan bawah?
what?
Okay, basically we take buy and we take sell trades.
Okay.
So that's how you actually use buy and sell using multi-time frame. Because once you master this, right, you can actually just you can buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. You know which point you want to buy and which point you want to sell. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so does it mean like basically you know the right direction, so you have the sales, right, and the retracements you buy?
Yes, that's right.
But then you close the buys and then you add more sales.
Yeah, that's right. That's why that's right. So if let's say you're selling here, right? So you're selling here, you can you can just hold until it makes a because it's a monthly and weekly direction. So if you go to H4, you would probably, because H4, right, it already gives you a breakout buy. So you'll probably have the idea, okay, it's already giving a buy signal. So I can just cut my sell here and buy. But you have to remember one thing, this is a monthly and a weekly zone. So for confirmation, right, it's better for you to look on a higher time frame, because if you take weekly here, weekly resistance breakout and the retracement H4, right? The setup H4, you're probably going to lose some trades, probably going to hit back your SL. So
Okay.
use daily instead. And because higher time frame is for you to identify direction and retracement. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So korang faham tak? Sorry kalau aku tengah kena rasuk ni, tengah cerita pasal apa? Multi time frame ni. Dia sebab bila dah faham ni, lepas tu bila nak cerita kat orang, dia jadi lain macam sikit.
Okay, ngam.
Okay, korang yang lain faham tak? Sekejap. Mana
Part-
lagi? Okay.
Faham.
Okay,
Part ni apa
Christian.
ada nak tanya.
Okay.
Okay, part yang multi time frame tu faham lah kan sikit-sikit. Cuma part confirmation tu, maksudnya kita tunggu breakout ke rejection?
Breakout rejection, tengok lah apa price bagi. Kalau contoh macam kat sini kan, sebab apa cakap suruh korang marking ni semua tadi, sebab kita nak tahu point of rejection. So macam kalau aku tak marking kat sini kan, kalau macam korang mata dah tajam, korang boleh lah expect maybe dia nak tembus, tapi ni ada resistance kat sini kan.
Yep.
Sebab tu dia reject kat sini.
Dia become support.
Dia become support. Sebab kalau kau tengok color kan, tengok ni ada 1, 2, 3. 3 resistance ni. Dia holding sebelum ni. Lepas tu dia break. Lepas tu dia patah balik. Sebab tu dekat sini dia jadi IBS. And at the same time, kalau kau analysis from higher time, from a bigger picture, monthly and weekly kan, kau akan nampak ni actually current market price, dia bagi breakout sell. Betul tak? Dia bagi breakout sell. Yang ni based on the first left. Yang ni history. This is apa? This is
CMP.
based CMP. So sekarang ni kita nak tahu apa yang dia nak buat kat sini. Ni yang jadi misteri tu. So kita tengok lah macam ni, macam GJ this week kan, dia buat apa? Maybe dia nak drop ke sini. Tapi kalau kita tengok kat daily, dia dah buat confirmation nak fly ni. So aku target dia nak fly sampai atas ni lah, sebab nak collect weekly dengan monthly punya zone ni. Macam tu.
Breakout buy dah siap retrace pun tu.
Betul.
Retrace into that location.
Betul.
Yang dia breakout. So finish lah. So tomorrow we are looking for buy setup. Now is on daily.
Aduh,
So
signal pula.
So tomorrow we look for H1 breakout buy. That's it.
Tapi
if any.
If any lah. Tapi first of all, once every week dah buka kan, every week dah siap candle, buka weekly dulu lah bang, just to be safe kan. Tengok kadang dia masuk, dia celup dulu dalam ni kan. So Uyu and Abdul. So I just want to share with you guys what I actually shared with my colleagues here from Malaysia. So weekly, right? For weekly, the trick is, because multi-time frame, right? Every time when after a weekly is complete, like today is Sunday, right? Tomorrow is Monday. The first thing we want to see is what is the reaction. So we would see weekly, probably, right? Because right now I'm telling them to actually look for buys, because daily has make a confirmation here for buy. So before that, guys, fellow colleague from Malaysia, tahu tak kenapa aku cakap suruh buy kat sini?
Buat the breakout.
Okay, tapi kenapa dia breakout? Breakout ni apa signifikan dia?
Direction untuk retracement.
Okay,
dah
tapi
complete.
based on apa time frame?
Sekarang daily.
Key level weekly.
Betul.
Oh, killer weekly. Okay.
Kau tengah blur-blur lagi ni kali lah, aku tahu. Tak apa,
Tu lah.
slow. Sebab apa aku cakap ni, kau fokus kat sini apa aku cakap ni. Weekly dia dah buat breakout buy. Dengan ni, yang ni based on history tau. Ni based on, yang ni history, kau jangan pandang. Kau tengok kat sini, ni ada buat breakout sell, betul? Dia lekuk ni kira breakout jugalah, sebab dia close bawah, dia reject ni, nampak panjang reject ni. Kalau orang dulu-dulu belajar, orang kata doji, dragonfly, hammer semua kan. Dia buat breakout sell. So current market price is giving you a breakout sell. So daily, weekly breakout, retracement,
Daily.
Daily.
daily. Okay, daily. Kita tengok daily. So daily pun dah buat breakout. So sekarang ni, kalau kau tanya aku kan, kat bawah ni aku rasa ramai dah buy ni. Sebab apa? Sebab, okay, so Ui and Abdul.
Yes.
Okay, so so I just, if you guys want to take a screenshot of anything, just for our weekly analysis for GJ.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Let me just take a screenshot and I'll send it in our group.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah. So at least this is also a signal. But make sure confirmation first, okay? I don't want to actually blindly give you guys signal and when you guys MC or anything and I'll be there, the
I'm
culprit.
gonna MC tomorrow.
Okay, but one more thing, if you want to add trend lines here, okay? I don't like I said, I don't actually use much, but when my eyes see like okay, when my eyes see like, okay, I see a buy position, a buy setup here. If you pull the trend line here, do you see it actually respect here?
So
First point,
how do you
second
actually draw the trend lines? You're drawing them according to the swing points on the line charts.
Line chart, I would prefer line chart because they are sharp. Okay, and I just want to share with you guys, okay, make sure you guys don't like this video or anything, but this is just what I understand. I did some research and everything. The best way to actually find your first point is actually after breakout.
Oh, okay.
Faham tak Bang John?
Faham.
Macam mana?
Does this make sense?
Yep, this makes sense because this also already make a breakout and this also makes a breakout. So
Okay.
that's why it respect, you see.
Oh, okay.
Contohnya abang macam ni kan, ni just nak explain lah kenapa dia buy kat sini, semua orang buy kat sini. Kalau tanya saya, kat sini kan ada 3 resistance, betul tak? Lepas tu dia breakout. So bila dia breakout tu, you can take that as your first first point. Second point dekat tempat yang dia buat ni lah. And then third point, confirm dia fly.
Okay.
Just a minute. I have a question. Like, why don't you use this point when it was coming? It's because there's no breakout or something?
I mean, you can actually use that, but you can actually use that point, but if you ask me, right? If you ask me,
Price not touch weekly key level.
yeah.
Sebab tak ada confirmation ke?
That's the breakout to the downside.
Yeah, it's breakout to the downside. And one more thing, because like how Sifu Hafiz said, everything or the trend line, right? Everything needs to react at the decision point. So these roadblocks all are actually our decision point. So I mean, yes, you can actually mark there to there, but that is just 1 and 2 points. So if you're anticipating for the third point, it might give you a false hope, and you might MC here or something like that, or probably floating few $100. So
okay.
Yeah.
My concern is now looking at this daily situation, right? Is that currently price is reacting to this location, right?
Yep.
So I think a lot of people have started buying from there to the upside, but don't forget we got this as well, breakout, right?
Yep.
The price might get to that location and start to
go
down up to this lower before going up, because this is a big zone down there.
Yeah, true.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. That's why I said whatever it is, we will still need to wait for confirmation. But if you ask me, right, Bang, weekly, because we playing with weekly just now, right? So
Alright.
potential it might go up juga sebab there's already a confirmation here, breakout buy, and also breakout buy to valid to to retrace to confirm that weekly breakout there, the weekly breakout sell, because weekly breakout sell, the weekly breakout, the retracement is daily, so daily already make the confirmation here. And at the same time, you can see here, okay, let's take a look together here. Let's use vertical. So this is breakout, and then this is the it's coming back, right? So guys, tell me, daily breakout, the retracement is
4 hour.
4 hours.
H4.
Page 4, okay. Page 4. All right. So the reason I tell you guys, the reason I get the sell here, sebatang ni. The reason I got sell last week, this one whole candle, is because of this. Do you
For
guys?
me, I made a mistake. I was shorting already in this candle there. I mean, I caught the top of the wick there, but then, you know, like it kept moving up and up. I kind of was skeptical about it's going down because the, you know, the OHLC, when the Asian opened, it started like this huge candle, and
Yeah.
then it came back down, right? Like it's coming doing this, and they did this, and then I tried to short, like when like around this level, but I was kind of skeptical. But I was in profit, but I just tried to keep it open and you know, hope it's gonna break.
I understand because because for me, right, if you ask me, my confirmation, right, the lowest for confirmation, the lowest I would go for is H4. So that's why I got here. I got the entry somewhere a bit late here. I don't think my partner is here because if you guys remember, there's supposed to be one more Sifu, which is Sopi Escobar. Yeah, he's good in fundamental. So you guys are all lucky because, you know, we have Hakim to explain all the theories. I would be, you know, teaching you guys on technical, and we have Sopi to actually tell you guys more on fundamental. So it's a full package for you guys. So you know, you don't need to find other Sifu or anything. Just stay here and, you know, just trade with us.
It's complete.
Yeah, it's complete, correct.
And about John's question, can I show you something? Can you go on H1?
H1, okay.
This is what I noticed, you know, like during my trading career or whatever you can call it, right? These are the levels that is gonna have the reactions, right?
That's right.
All right.
That's BRRBS.
But the thing is, you know, like you have to see how the price is coming back to this, which is a little bit like what Hakim was explaining about the COB, right? So if the price is coming like this, it's moving up slowly, right? And then let me change the color. It's moving down like this, and it's moving up again. Wrong color. Right? When it's moving slowly like this, like if you just mark it like zigzag like this, right? Which is the COB, then it has a higher chance that this order block, or what you guys can call it, like the break, this interest point, it's going to work out. But if the price is coming in like this big candles like this, it's going like there, this level is like it has a high chance it's not gonna hold, because now it needs more force to go back down here to break this level, right? So instead of that, most likely what it can do is just move like this, and then it's gonna just move again up.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. That, and this is one filter that I'm using at this moment to know whether the level is gonna hold or not.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep, that's true. That's true as well.
This is
Because
by confirmation already there.
Yes, exactly.
yep, I understand that, but I'm not sure, but most of the time, right? Because if you take this section here, right, on the left, right, yes, these are all point of interest, like because if you see here, right, because but first of all, right, we and Bang John, make sure you guys take from H4 lah, because H1 to me is it's a lot
Too
of
much
noise,
noise.
too
Yep.
much noise already. So at least H4 lah. So if you guys think like the market is actually going downwards ke apa kan, it is possible. It is possible if we mark here kan. If you mark here, it can actually go up here. Lepas tu retest balik kat sini. And then dia break out. Bila dia break out, dia akan retest kat sini.
Betul.
And then dia akan fly, and then baru cunam. Tapi dia boleh juga dia naik atas. It can also go here and then break out here and then go here and then terus go to monthly. Betul. So it can actually, there's actually two ways. It can go up or it can go down. So if you ask me, right, I would probably go more on buy lah, because based on what I see here, dah ada buy confirmation. Tapi you can just stand by lah. You can just stand by to see if it's actually going sell juga. So let me just.
You put that zone as RB lah.
Betul. As
What
RB.
is RB?
Roadblock.
Roadblock. Okay.
Okay, and also I want to show you guys the market cycle for this daily. So we can see this is a daily breakout, kan?
Yes.
Okay, daily breakout, H4 is the retracement, correct? So we got this, that's how I get actually the sell setup here. So one thing to note as well here, because yes, I did say daily and weekly, we need to actually focus more, kan? But look at here, the lowest confirmation you guys want to actually see would be on H4, because H1 and below is really a lot of noise lah.
Noisy.
So right now, before you guys buy, before korang buy dulu, make sure dia break dulu. Dia buat another breakout like this. Lepas tu PO je lah kat sini, dia akan confirm fly punya. Sebab ini dia breakout pullback entry. So dia kena buat breakout lagi sekali, baru dia akan retest. This one mean to say right now we are at the reversal point. Faham tak? Guys, hello?
Paham. Itu retrace H4 confirmation retrace H4 dah ada. So dia kena habiskan dengan H4 juga.
Betul.
So kalau H4 ni tak bagi besok, maknanya ke bawah lagi lah jawabnya.
Betul. Nampak abang kan?
Nampak.
So Uy and Abdul, are you guys there? Still there? Abdul?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, like I said, H1 does a lot of noise. The lowest time frame you go for confirmation, right, for breakout is H4. Because this is also a weekly zone, right? So my trading idea tomorrow, right? Make sure you anticipate first. Wait for this, this line chart. Wait for it to actually make a breakout, another breakout. Okay. So once it's closed as a breakout, then that is a confirmation that it's actually going down. It's actually going up. Because this is one cycle. This is breakout, pullback, entry. So right now, H4 actually does the breakout already, and it needs to actually make another breakout. Get what I mean?
Looking at that huge candle coming from up, momentum candle, so that shows that it can't be broke easily. So we can expect another move down to create a COB in order for it to go up.
That's right. So yeah, we and Abdul Malik and the rest of the team, you guys follow?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Okay, so basically my like like what John said, there is a possibility, but remember I said just now about direction and storyline. Oh shoot. This applies for all time frame, okay? So breakout will need to meet another breakout, and it needs to create another breakout in order to fly back. Get what I mean, Ui and Abdul Malik and the rest of the team?
Step 3, right?
Breakout.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand.
So right now, there's a breakout cell in H4, correct? This is a
Yes.
breakout, this is a breakout. So direction, so these are all actually storyline. This is direction going down. So this is actually the storyline here, all this roadblock. So it might potential to go up here and then go down back and then go up here, this roadblock, and then go down here, and then it flies. It might be, but on a safer side, for a safer trade, make sure it breaks this one, it create a breakout first, close as a breakout, then I would say it's safe to actually go for buy. But right now now if you ask me, I can see that it's actually already collecting order down here, so it's actually still a buy for me. But to be safe, because we want to trade with a safe trading plan, right? Hello guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so to be on a safer side, on a safer trading plan, wait for it to close up here, close as long as it breaks here, right? Because once it do a breakout here, then confirm it's actually going to fly. So that's going to be our first point. So it's going to retrace here, then wait for it to actually break here, break this roadblock, break this roadblock, break this roadblock. Okay, then it's probably going to retrace here. Then we can hold swing, because this is a 4 hours, so you can probably hold your trade for a week, for a few days or something like that. So you don't need to look for other trades. You can just stick to these pairs and just wait for it to complete the market cycle, the direction, the breakout to breakout thing. Get what I
So
mean?
Dean, as long as there's roadblock in front of you, like for example in this case, you wouldn't hold the trade, right? You would manage it, like you keep it open and then you see whether you close it or not.
Yeah, that's right. Because right now, right, if you want to buy, wait for it to make a breakout here, because after a breakout, it will surely come back here to collect orders and stuff. So that is just for you to actually that is actually for you to collect that is for actually a signal for market to collect the orders. So you can actually probably just go long for probably for a few pips. Let's just calculate. If we were to buy here, so our SL 30 pips, I would use that 30 pips. If you want to go down here, it's really too far. So
Too much.
yeah, you can just take here, because this is a structure as well. It's doing a structure. So so if it hit SL, you're going to lose 30 pips. But if let's say if it respect, right? Assuming you're buying here at this resistance here, you're probably gonna get 280 pips. Or if you want to hold, but if let's say if you ask me, I'll wait for it to actually react here, this roadblock here, right? This one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you buy here, you buy for a while, and floating profit, you're making profit like almost 50 pips there. So you have to actually monitor what's the reaction there. So see what is price doing here. Probably you can go H1, see what market is doing. So so H4, tell me guys, H4, the confirmation, the setup would be on
30.
30.
30. Okay, so you would want to see what's the reaction here. If it does a breakout sell, then it's probably going to respect here, going to go down a bit and collect the orders. So you guys need to, plan your trade, plan your strategy. But my idea for trading GJ is we would probably buy here for a while, go for 50 pips, then wait for direction. If it breaks, right? If it breaks this one, if it breaks this rock block, and if it breaks also this another rock block, right?
Yep.
Then you can, you can just go, you can just hold your position until up here.
Add some more rice.
Add some more rice. You get what I mean? We about like layering on these zones.
I tried. I did like full margin, whatever Malaysian way. I blew up the account.
Don't full margin first. Plan your trades first. Probably you can do full margin after I don't know. Probably after you grow like 500 USD. Let's say it really depends. 500 USD, 200 USD. Based on your lot sizing, but if let's say you have 500, you can diversify from 500 to 100, 100, 100. So just take for full margin analysis, right? For full margin setups, right? Usually these are all the setups, but for you to plan your trade with your margin, with the full margin setup, your account, just get one account from what you profit just now. Let's say 500. Take 100, so that 100 is solely for you to just blow your account. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't use your main account to actually full margin, because it's actually blowing your own main account basically.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's what Malaysian trader, they don't actually tell you like, okay, full margin saja, whatever, all the crap they say. They actually have a backup account to actually blow the account, something like that.
That's the
This is
money.
what I heard before from Alif Awang, Mohammed Betul, right?
Muhammad Betul.
Yeah, well,
Oppai.
he's Oppai effect. He's actually okay if you ask me, but the way he teach, it just doesn't deliver. People don't get what he is actually trying to say. But that's just me.
Bro, I have a question. Can you ask?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Abdul, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Abdul.
It's now with your experience in your knowledge. Can you find a zone, which zone price go impulse structure and correction structure, and how many percent it's true find or no false find?
I'm sorry, but I don't get your last point. You said about what was it? True find?
In which percent you find in zone price go impulse structure and correction structure? Why I ask you, because I have, it's now only this problem. I mark in the zone, but price go up or go down. My analysis minimal 30 or 30 pips, but I don't know this impulse structure or correction structure.
Okay. So here's the thing. I'm not too entirely sure about structure, the wave, because that's something involved with elite wave. I did study on that, but basically it's just a term. So impulsive means true direction, corrective means retracement.
Okay, thanks. Okay,
so Abdul, just to clear out your mind, right? Just to clear out, make you fill up the void and find your missing puzzle, right? I would still say you would need to, meddle around with the multi-time frame analysis here, the multi-time frame sequence, because from here as well, right? From here as well, you can actually know which wave, if you prefer it to say the corrective and impulse structure, right? If you prefer me saying that, from multi-time frame also you can actually identify. So right now, right now, you can see there's an impulsive here, correct? Breakout sell. In SNR language, we call it breakout. Breakout.
Okay.
Yeah, and elliott wave probably is called impulsive. Okay.
Okay.
So weekly, and weekly. Let's see, weekly. So weekly, the sequence would be daily. Daily is for the corrective wave, something like that. For correct, so corrective must meet the impulsive wave, right? Something like that.
Okay.
Okay. So right now,
in this structure on daily time frame, price can go up only daily structure, yes, because in week support more below.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
So right now, Abdul, it's actually doing retracement to go back to the main direction, which is sell. So so just monitor what price gives you, and it might, because like I said, it might fall, it might go up. So but right now I'm more on the bias, on the buying side, but it can still go sell as well. So it really depends, because if you see here, if you mark here, there's also a roadblock here, so it's a game of probability. We just just mark all the zone and see what it does in the zone, the confirmation. Okay. All right. So does that answer your question, by the way?
Yeah, thanks. And I have one question, and I look at more Malaysian trader, and which is take an SNR only closing price, and another take body with shadow. It's how it's true.
Well, if you ask me, I would go for body, because if you ask me, right?
Only body, yes.
Only body, but you have to multi-time frame, because I understand when you go for, if you go to weekly, Abdul, if you go to weekly, let me just remove this. Okay, remove this. Okay, if you go to weekly, you would say this is the closing price. This is the body. But that's why I said it's important for you to do multi-time frame, because right now, like how I learned before with previous trader, they said in shadow there's price. So that's why the hint of when there's a price in the shadow, it means you need to go multi-time frame. So weekly, right? Now we see this is like a hammer or doji, butterfly, dragonfly pattern here. But if you go daily, right? You're gonna see it's actually the closing price is actually up here. That's why it's important for you to do multi-time frame to see the roadblocks and see the closing price.
Okay, understand. Thanks.
All right, no problem. Okay. So this is on a GJ. Okay, what else? Okay, so guys, what else do you want to actually ask or anything? Because it's almost 2:30 2:30 a.m. here in Malaysia.
Okay.
Can you explain on it? Yeah, okay, John, you go first.
Nah, you can ask first, and then I will ask later.
Okay, wait.
Okay. Can you show on a chart the main thing about storyline? Let's say from monthly to monthly.
Okay, sure, definitely. Okay, but this is just a back testing, okay? Because if you want to see based on, because I don't trade many pairs actually, I only trade GU, GJ, and EU, to be honest. These are all just to just to fill up my my free time, just to do analysis. But if we take a look at that, right? Okay, let's see here, for instance, for monthly, okay? So let's see, monthly. Okay, so monthly here, right? There's this is a direction saying it want to sell, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So so when it says it want to sell here, your potential next direction would be here. Here would be the first one, right?
Okay.
Okay, here's the one. This is one. This is two. So I'm just going to mix this up since the closing price is actually there. If we go to lower time frame, and there's also this one. So on monthly, right? On monthly, probably we don't actually see anything. But if you ask me, right, if you ask on what I see here, the reason for it to close there is because there's a breakout here. So remember when I said breakout to breakout? You there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, breakout to breakout, support to resistance. So if you see this, right, it actually complete the direction already. That's why it goes up. And then right now, if you ask me on the current market price, right, monthly for EA, but I don't trade EA. Just a disclaimer, okay? Just analysis because I like the movement of the chart. Okay, right now it does a breakout sell here, and I can see that it's also does a breakout here. So the next direction would be, because since it's a breakout, the direction is a breakout, like V breakout, it will actually need to meet with A breakout, right? Wait.
You said air breakout? What?
Sorry, I think my line is breaking. But basically, when there's a breakout, right? If you use the concept a V breakout to sell and A breakout to buy, right now it's doing a V breakout right here, correct? This line, this zone here.
Yes.
There's too much box. Okay, this one. This is the one that I marked. It does a breakout, right? And at the same time, this one, this tiny candle there, also showing a breakout on the monthly side. Breakout sell, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so right now it's doing a retracement, and the next direction will be here, A breakout. V breakout meets A breakout. That's the direction.
Okay. So basically, starting from this breakout, where is it? Let's say here, right? You already know that this breakout made this much move, right? So when it's retracing back, you expect it to make a lower low.
Yeah, that's right.
So it doesn't matter what the price is doing in this area. You're still looking for short in the long term.
Yes, but reason being, you can't market structure is one thing, low, high, lower, low, but you also need to know what is the candle, the retracement formation of multi-time frame does. So, okay, let's see here. Let's analyze this EA before we, probably call it a day. What time is it right now? On your end, on Vietnam?
It's 8:30.
8:30 a.m. or p.m.?
No, p.m.
p.m. Oh, here is 2:33 a.m. here.
I don't know, but I noticed you guys like to stay up late. I noticed all Malaysians like stay up to 3, 4, 5 a.m.
Yeah.
What's that thing?
It's just I don't know. It's just a norm for us. We like to
just for traders.
Yeah. What about Abdul? Where's Abdul from? He is
Uzbek.
From Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan, I see. What time is it right now in Uzbekistan?
It's now 30 minutes past 12 p.m.
Nice.
Daytime.
Daytime, yeah.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
No, sorry. I am sorry.
I see.
Okay.
So I think only Malaysian here is 8 a.m. in the middle of the night. But okay, so let's get back to our analysis here. So EA does a breakout sell, and then let's see. Let me just remove this first, okay? I want to show you how to spot a failed setup because that's actually important too. Okay, so we know that this is a breakout. Okay, hold on. Because I want to show you guys what the price is doing here. When there's no confirmation, it tends to break. It tends to go on the selling side, selling buyers. But let's see on the lower time frame. Okay, let's see. Okay, so just to analyze here, early I said it's because of this is there's a breakout buy here, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then at the same time there's a resistance. So I don't want to make things confusing because there's so many blocks on how I used to trade engulfing before. But let's see what's the reaction here, because as we can see, this is also a monthly resistance here. If we want to make things a lot easier, so go to monthly. The resistance, the retracement is
Weekly.
weekly. Okay, right.
Weekly.
Hey, geng Malaysia mana? Tidur ke?
Weekly.
Ada.
Ada. Ni Ashraf Christian.
Ada.
Ada.
Semangat ni.
Senyap je. Khalil. Piko.
Ada.
Dia dah ada bunyi awet belakang.
Just nak fokus je.
Fokus jangan tidur.
Baik.
Okay. So sekarang ni ada okay, just now we see monthly breakout. So weekly retracement, right?
Yes.
So if we look here, right, it does make a higher high. In other words, it does a breakout, right? Okay, breakout by our first indication. Okay, so weekly, what's the retracement time frame?
Daily.
Daily. Okay, daily. Let's see. Okay, daily. Hello, daily. Okay, daily does a retracement here. 1 and 2. Right?
Right.
Okay. So
Correct. Yeah.
so based on weekly just now, based on weekly breakouts just now, and then there's also on daily there's also a retracement. So right now potentially that it's going down some more, because right now it's at this what we call it, this roadblock here. So potentially it might go down for a while, probably until here, and fly up, because at the same time current market price, right, that is on the previous, because based on the this one, based on this breakout, daily breakout, right, there's 1 and 2. So
Yes.
daily breakout, what's the retracement?
4 hours.
4 hours, correct. Okay, 4 hours. Okay, do we see any retracement here? Tell me, guys. Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a retracement here. I mean, okay, you guys should probably wondering, why don't I get a trade down here? Well, I mean, that is for high risk taker, because I used to be a high risk taker once, but most of the time I end up lost rather than profit. Plus, that's it's high risk. So now I'm more to a safer side. So everything I do, I'll look for breakout. But okay, so looking here right now, you see just now there's a daily breakout, right? Oops. Daily breakout here, and we see H4 gives you a retracement, correct? This one. So
Correct.
so guys, if you ask me, okay, let me just tell you one more thing. But this one, if you guys are paranoid with the market, okay. If you guys are paranoid, okay, I just use H4, but if you guys paranoid, you can use this. So after a breakout here, so this is the candle coming back, right? So look at your time frame, a multi-time frame sequence timetable. 4 hours, what's the retracement?
M30.
1 hour.
Okay,
But-
H1.
H1. Okay, tak apa. All right. So if I entry H4, I can get entry here. I PO here, I PO here. Then I can get like what, 40 pips. So the same concept for breakout is, let's see, for 1 hour. So once it does a breakout H4, right? It pulls back. Okay, so thing is, 4 hours to 1 hour, right? You don't actually see the retracement that much because you know, there's a lot of noise and the candle formation is rather ugly if you ask me. So sometimes even this, you know, this crooked line here can be your retracement as well. You see?
Okay.
Okay, that's why I asked you to use only 4 hours and above, because even 4 hours you can get, you know, what is this, like pucuk, like Alif Awang said, pucuk, very
What
sharp.
is that thing anyway? I
It's
try to figure out, you know.
It's actually a very sharp entry, that's all. Okay, wait, if you ask me, right, if you, let's say, if you PO here, right, what's this price? Let me just mark here. Okay, there, lowest. If you PO up there and down there, go to 1 hour, look at that. That's, you're getting a very sharp entry as well, right? I mean, if you want to get entry right at this part, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But this is as sharp as I can, you know, guide you guys. Probably you guys can, you know, try to look for other seafood or anything, but there's no need for that. If you ask me, how many pips is this difference? 5 pips, bro. Not even 10 pips. And you're getting reward 100 pips, 1 to 10. 1 to 10. If you take 10 pips as your stop loss, right?
But
So-
in this place, was with a big shadow, right?
Yeah, that's why I you know, I told you guys, if you guys are paranoid, right, just go to a H1. That's the lowest you should go. M30 and M15 if you want to, you know, look on gold. But my advice is, you know, try to probably I'll do that on another session, because, you know, it's almost 3 a.m. here. But 1 hour, going to the 1 hour, the concept here is after a breakout, there's always a pullback, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this candle, this big candle here, that's the breakout, right? Okay, and this is the candle that's coming back, saying, okay, retracement is happening right now. Go to 1 hour. 1 hour, let's see, 1 hour. Okay, this is also a retracement, but you know, if you want to sell retracement here, right, the risk to reward is, you know, not so nice. It's, if you sell here, if let's say you sell here, if you PO here, you might get a sell here, but only for 20 pips. Plus, it's already so close to the reversal point. So if it's close to the reversal point, I would advise you guys not to sell on retrace, not to take the retracement trade. Focus more on the real direction. Okay, so right now, let's say I've have a hard experience with the market. So what you want to see is wait for another breakout. So this is the pullback, right? Pullback, and then it does a breakout here, right? Do you guys see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, set
Right.
your POs there. Set your POs there. Okay, let me zoom a bit.
Yes.
Set your PO there. Set your PO here as well. Set all on the lines that you see on the closing price, on the, you know, on the edge here. If you want to, you know, consider here as well, but don't do that. That's on the high risk trade. But if let's say you put your POs here and you place your POs here, you will still get the trade there. See? Do you see how beautiful it is?
So the first entry is without confirmation, right? The
Well,
second entry is with confirmation.
well, actually, if you ask me, H4 is a strong confirmation already for me. So that's
Okay.
why I don't actually use H1. I use H1 because I have to fill up my responsibilities and everything. I don't have that much of time to watch the chart, so I would just watch for H4 closing, and if I miss a trade, let's say after it has fly, right, then only I would consider watching on H1. But most of my trades, honestly speaking, I'll just place PO, and SL. That's all.
Okay.
Because I want to save time. I don't want to watch the chart all the time, because I've noticed if I watch the chart, right, all the time, emotion, I get my emotion issue, and my psychology also, like, oh, okay, the market is actually doing a breakout sell. Oh no, even if it's on a lower time frame, right, it doesn't, it how to say, it disrupt your emotion, your feelings. So that's why. Okay, all right. So right now, 1 hour, you got this confirmation. So 1 hour, when there's a breakout, you can just go to H4, and when you go to H4, you see there's another breakout. You can PO there, but if in case you are still paranoid again, you can see. Is there a retracement? Yeah, there is a retracement there. See, a breakout sell, and you can just PO there. But if you want to use H1 here, you probably get your entries here, so it's a bit late, because if you use H4, you can already get a buy position here and fly 100 pips, right?
Yeah.
So just use H4, but if you're over concerned, then use H1 instead. Okay, guys.
I believe John had a question. I just took over his question. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bang John, ada soalan ke?
Actually, I can see that we are going into the second stage. Am I right? We are already in second stage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Right?
betul. Yeah,
Am I
that's
right?
right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's recap the stage one. What we need to do about this homework
Oh, yeah.
from the moment we open the chat until wherever it need to be done.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Since it's almost 3 o'clock, nasib baik bang bagi tahu. Kalau tak, kena rasuk ni sampai pukul 5.
Biasa tu.
Dia bila dah mengajar ni kan, dia rasa lain tau passion. Ui and Abdul, I'm just telling them that once you touch teaching, right, and everything makes sense, right, you don't feel like you want to stop teaching. So looking at the clock, it's almost 3. So yeah, I have to actually stop where we are now and just make a summary for stage 1 homework. Okay.
yeah,
I believe,
it's okay. Thank you.
yeah, I believe stage 2 will be more interesting.
That's the beauty when a student asks questions.
Yep. Okay, so stage 1, homework. So first, let's see, marking breakouts at high time frame. I'll show you guys how to actually do this in a bit, and then mark TP, target price. Okay, mark TP. Okay, Bang John tahu kan mark TP ni?
Take profit.
I know take profit, tapi tak apa, nanti I PM Bang John. In other words,
A to B.
one time frame higher, marking breakout time frame, mark RB, Okay, you know what? Roadblock for stage 2. Kan bang, yang roadblock tu rasa macam untuk stage 2 kan, sebab I think banyak nak kena tengok-tengok kan. Bang John.
Tak pastilah tu.
Sebab rasa macam complicated sangat tu kalau nak suruh roadblock sekali. Tapi just tulis je lah kot bang, untuk for their own good. Mark RB same time frame and lower.
Barrier ni.
TP tu one time frame higher daripada time frame setup ke?
One time frame higher from setup. Betul bang, barrier location sama lah. Tapi tak semua lah Okay, so guys, can one of you take a screenshot of this one? Of this some stage 1 homework and post it at the group?
Done.
I'll post.
Done, okay, thanks. Okay, so let me explain how do we actually do this. Okay, since you guys already take a screenshot and forward to the group, okay, let's go ahead and try to do the homework together. All right. Oops. Let's go to weekly. So basically, let's try. Sorry, this is too big. Okay. You guys have the this one with you, right? Because I thought of just deleting it because I already memorized
it's okay.
this.
It's okay. You can delete.
Already send the group.
I'll go ahead and clear this. Okay, if possible, try to use TradingView. It's a lot easier. I mean, if you guys are comfortable with MT4, then go ahead. But TradingView is a lot easier if you ask me. You can, just favorite this as your common tool. Okay, so first of all, mark the breakout, right? Okay. Okay, so one thing to remember, when you break out this one, when you mark breakout, our TP will be on the higher one time frame higher, which is monthly. Okay, so okay, hold on. That's the beauty of TradingView. All right. Okay, so let's go to line chart. Right. Okay, so our first TP, this one. Second TP, this one. Oops. Okay, third TP is this one. Okay, just take until third TP. That should be enough because it's a homework. Because if you guys want to be so detailed, but it's going to affect the time for you guys to do your homework. Okay. Right. So, okay, that's the first thing you guys should do. After a breakout, mark your TP, because if you guys know, you guys know the direction is actually going for buy or going for sell, but you don't know where you want to take the profit. So it's pretty much the same as your gambling, correct? So do this first thing first when you want to, first thing first when you open a trade, open a chart. Okay, so when you open back to weekly, you see it's actually respecting all the TPs that we discussed. See, it does touch there. Like if let's say you, so I won't go into detail on multi time frame because this is homework. But if let's say if you pick a trade from here, you're already profiting like what, 400 pips. That's a lot. Okay. So weekly, after we mark the TP, what do we mark? Roadblocks. So roadblocks, which time frame do we see?
Same time frame and lower.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so first TP, first roadblock. We know here is one. Okay. So roadblock, you just need to actually just mark all the support that is broken up as your roadblock, because I'll explain why this roadblock is important. I won't tell now because you guys need to do the homework first. Okay, so this one is roadblock, and this one is roadblock. That's the same. Okay, I'll just take it from until here. You guys will see the beauty of this. Okay, all right, daily. Okay, daily, what do we see? Okay, daily. Okay, daily we also see there's a roadblock here. But my tips would be for roadblocks, right? Because if you want to mark one by one, these are all going to be very confusing, right? Okay, so just use from the weekly charts, just use from the weekly zone. Remember about what I told you about the overlapping time frame, overlapping zone, overlapping time frame, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now here, just this ping, all this ping is weekly, okay? So at the same time, at the weekly zone, there's also a daily roadblock here. So basically roadblock is actually support and resistance that has broken up from the breakout, okay? Focus on that. So this is the first, and this is the second. So at the same time, from the weekly zone just now, from the weekly roadblock just now, there's also a daily, right? See, daily here, touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here. So that's actually a strong resistance. Sorry, a strong roadblock. Yep, that one as well.
That one?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can mark that one, but I'm just trying to make make your chart looks a lot cleaner, because if you
Okay.
want to mark there, sure, but at the end of the day, there'll be so many lines, you're not too sure which one to choose. Right? So we want to make as clean as possible, as easy as possible.
Okay.
Okay, right. So there's this breakout, and then at the same time, this is also a breakout. Okay, this one you can probably adjust if you're on the top or the bottom, but just see if it overlaps together. And at here, if you see one daily, like let's say if this is too if you see one that is too far away, you can probably take a note. But my advice would be weekly roadblocks. You can weekly roadblock you can take based on the first left. But on the daily side, on the daily roadblock, right, you can take some of the roadblocks that you see here, but my advice is on daily, focus more on current market price breakout, because those are all the potential setup and also the roadblocks. As in like this, what I'm trying to say is, see just now this is a roadblock. So let's say the price is here right now, the current market price is here, and it's breakout, and then right now it makes a retracement, and this is the current market price, right? So you can probably mark this one as your roadblock.
Okay.
And break out, and then pull back, and you can actually get a potential setup there. And let's say this is your current market price, right? Let's say this is your current market price, and but on this one, right? On this one, if you don't see anything, if you don't experience something like this, then probably you can look on the left. But if the situation comes where the situation is like this, you see the current market price is there, and this is like a roadblock or something like that, like a support or resistance, just mark that. So there's two ways of you to mark the roadblocks, okay?
Whenever the current price making pullback, then we can mark the swing lower.
Yep, that's right. That's going to be our in Cikgu Hafiz, Sir Hafiz language is COB, but in the layman's term, it's just a roadblock.
Okay,
Okay.
is that it?
Yep, that should be all. Okay, so before we end up, do you guys have anything to say, or
We need, do
any
we need to
question?
label?
If you want to label, sure, why not? Because if you label, then you would understand more. Because but at the end of the day, bang, all the screenshot is actually for you guys to refer back when you lost tune or anything. That's the purpose. So as if you can label as as detailed as you can, and for other people to understand and benefit, why not? You can just post, and that can be your reference when you lost tune, or whenever if I'm not around or anything, you can just use that as reference or something like that.
All right.
Okay, so by the way, guys, remind me in future to simplify things. This is just a homework and stage 1, but stage 2 is going to be a lot simpler.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna take like 15 minutes or something like that. I'll stop share now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, not stop share. Stop recording. How do I stop recording? This one.
Should be a button somewhere.
Pause share. Okay. Okay, I think I have to stop share first. Good. Okay. Right.
Still recording?
Yeah.
You